Hello, everybody. I'm Tennille Wilson with Keller Williams Realty, and I am with Matt Combs with First Option Mortgage. And we are here to talk to you about the market of the moment, like what is happening in our market. So, Matt, tell us what you're seeing with interest rates right now.
Yeah, well, hey, everybody. Thanks, Tennille. Yeah, so what's going on right now is, see, what's interesting is that a lot of people I still talk to were like, yeah, I've heard the rates are just so incredible right now, and I'm like, yeah, they have been, but they've actually been going up. The 10-year Treasury bond has been going up, and it's kind of just a matter of time. Unfortunately, when rates have been low for about a year now, historically low. And what's funny is they're still actually historically low. I think the national average, gosh, I don't want to misquote, is probably like 17%, something ridiculous. So I try to tell people, like the rates may be, creeping into the threes and stuff like that. But you got to think, the difference in a 1/4% on a rate or an eighth can be very little. A lot of times people don't realize that it could only be a difference of $10 a month. And people are like, oh, wow, never mind. I thought it was going to be like hundreds of dollars. So you just got to think about it long term. But yeah, I mean, the rates are definitely going up. I don't see them going back down anytime soon, but I'm not an expert. But, there's definitely a sense of urgency, because I think they are going to keep climbing. So I'm trying to tell people, to definitely, if you're interested, get with me and let's get you pre-approved. So yeah.
Definitely. I hear from buyers sometimes that, well, because of supply and demand and seeing the home values being very aggressive, they feel like waiting it out. Does it make sense to wait for prices to go down when you have such a low interest rate? What would you say to
Yeah.
somebody?
I mean, everyone I've ever talked to that's waited for things like this happened last year. Rates started to drop, and people are like, "Well, I'm going to wait till the rate gets below 2%." And I was like, "Wow, okay." Sometimes the way I look at it is take advantage of the opportunity when you have it, because waiting it out, I've never seen that typically benefit people, because if home values are going up, if you wait another year, the values are going to be even higher. And then by then the rates could be even higher then. So then it's waiting typically, in my opinion, does not benefit, because things typically just keep going up. And so, if the rates are still reasonably low, I'm trying to tell people, do this now, while you have the opportunity, because no one knows what the future is going to look like. But if it makes sense and you can do it now, why wait?
I agree with that. Matt, talk to me about pre-approval, because I know with how fast homes are selling, I always tell my buyers, you have to be pre-approved before we even start looking, because that house could be gone the first day and then you haven't done the paperwork. So getting that pre-approval is a must prior to looking for the homes. So what does a pre-approval process look like?
Yeah, so it's very simple process. I have an online application link that you can do on your phone. I send that to people, or I can go over the process with you over the phone. It's just a series of some questions. We mainly want to look at your credit and your stability on your income. We want to figure out what's your income look like as far as employment and what type of pay you receive, and then taking a look at the credit, and then kind of get an idea. What I like to ask people a lot of times is not really what price range home you're looking at, but more what are you wanting to stay around monthly for a payment. Because I see this a lot. I'm sure you can see this, where people are like, well, Zillow said that, I can buy a $400,000 house for, $800 a month. And I was like, whoa. And that's what I can't stand, is all this crazy advertising, and it's just misleading people. And so I like to ask them that question, because that's really important. Because if your budget, if you can only spend $1,200 a month on a mortgage payment, there's no point in looking at houses that are way above that, because it just doesn't make sense for you. But as far as the pre-approval process, what I do is I will go through, again, a series of questions, just ask them stuff about their income, their credit, and if they have down payment money, what kind of money they would have for that. And, other things like if you've had a bankruptcy recently or foreclosure. And then what we do is I will review all that information typically right after we get off the phone. And then I will call them back. And then once we do that, I then ask them for some income documents. Like if you're a W-2, then I'll ask you for your last 2 years of W-2 and then 30 days of pay stubs. If you're self-employed, I'm going to ask for last 2 years of tax returns. So things do change based on that. And then I review all that before I do the pre-approval. Some places don't do that. I just don't agree with that. I want to make sure the income matches. Not that I don't believe you, but things look different on paper. So sometimes you really want to make sure, and I do all that and then run it through the system and get an approval. And then I can send the pre-approval letter and then they can go out and shop around. So
That's good. As a listing agent, when we receive offers, if there's no pre-approval letter attached to that offer, it's not a strong offer because I don't know if this buyer is going to qualify. So yeah, it's extremely important. So I appreciate you going through all those steps to make sure they really are pre-approved.
yeah, of course.
All right. Well, talk to me about some of the programs you offer to the different buyers.
Yeah, so we have a ton of different stuff going on right now. And like I just mentioned to you, self-employed borrowers. So we have a lot of different stuff out there for investors and for self-employed borrowers and for first-time home buyers. So we have a really great down payment assistance program for first-time home buyers, which covers their full down payment. And as long as they make payments on that loan for the first 3 years on time payments, then the loan's forgivable. They never have to pay any of it back. And all you have to have is a 620 credit score to do that. It's an FHA based loan. And then those actually, I like this one a lot better than some other down payment programs I've done before, because like Georgia Dream and some other ones, they can take quite a while. This one's pretty fast. I mean, 30 days or less. And we do it all in-house. So it doesn't have to go out to like a second mortgage lending company to approve it. And then for we have all the standard loans: conventional, VA for veterans, USDA, which is for people that are buying homes in like rural areas. Those offer the down payment, no down payments required. And then we have FHA. Then for the self-employed borrowers, what we have is, we call them like bank statement loans, where if you have 12 months of bank statements, or if you just have like what's called a 1099, we can approve you based on just that without you having to show tax returns,
Okay.
which is a big deal because a lot of self-employed borrowers, they write off a lot. And so this is a way for them to, we approve them based on the income showing in their bank accounts and bank statements. And so those are, and there's so many options out there, but yeah, it's hard to go through every single program, but that's kind of the basic. Oh, and I did want to mention this about the first time home buyer program with the down payment assistance. It does apply for new construction homes.
Okay.
So most people know when you go to new construction, because a lot of people are going that route because, as you know, it's hard to find properties. And so if you're going new construction, I'm sure the builder is going to offer some sort of incentive. But with our program, sometimes it's better to at least talk with me, because if we can cover the whole down payment, sometimes that can be more beneficial than a lender giving a credit towards closing costs. And so that's a great thing to do too, is that we can use that program on new construction as well. So
that's awesome. I really love the down payment assistance program, because I do have buyers that will come to me and maybe they've just started saving and don't have a ton saved up, and that would just be just an ease to the burden. So that's awesome. You mentioned a fast underwriting that you do.
Yeah. Yes. So that's a big thing that I talk about is we underwrite files in typically 24 hours or less, which is great right now, especially when things start to get busy. We still want to maintain that, but it just changes everything. And we can even underwrite people before they go under contract, which can be another benefit. is having that done ahead of time. We don't do that with everyone, but it's something we offer. So yeah, the underwriting is crucial because everything, not every, it doesn't work. This doesn't work out on every deal because some sellers may want to wait 60 days to sell, but we can close loans in under 30 days as long as the buyer gets us stuff, but we can get that reviewed so quickly that we're moving forward on stuff while some other lenders are waiting, 3-4 days. Banks is brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Like the big banks, they can take a week, 2 weeks to review. So time is of the essence when we're dealing with this stuff. So the fast underwriting and my ability to, it's almost like we're on call, like we work 24/7. So, on the weekends, it's not like you can't find me and I'm just disappeared. I try to stay available no matter what's going on. So that's crucial, I think, too, is the communication. So,
Definitely.
yeah.
Yes. So, you have brought up a lot of great points during this discussion. We know interest rates are at a historical low rate, and we need to take advantage now. So if you are looking to sell, obviously you will benefit on these low interest rates when you're buying. If you have to sell in order to buy, then the time is definitely perfect for you to do that. And First Option Mortgage has so many different programs that are beneficial, and that fast underwriting is awesome. And
Yeah. Yeah.
in-house, that really does save so much time. And just getting that pre-approval under your belt so you can, when you see the dream house, you're ready to make an offer. And you don't have to wait to do this application process. You already have it set. So any other things that you can think of that will help buyers and sellers when they're ready to make the move?
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, getting with a good real estate agent like yourself. I respect you a lot because I know how hard you work, and that is crucial. People that really work, you need a team. People that are going to work for you. One of the things that I mentioned this to you before that I found, and some people may already be doing this, but it has to do with is that if your buyer, if you and I are working with a buyer and then I call the listing agent on behalf of the buyer just to explain to them, this client's financing is very strong. We can close quickly if they need to. And just having that extra support from the lender can make a huge difference. I've done that recently with somebody else, and it was actually, it was her idea to do it. And so making that call, I think honestly gave us the edge in winning the deal because there was that confirmation where the agent felt like, what, these people seem strong. I've talked to the lender. And so that's another cool thing because of how crazy it is with the bidding and everything going for over list price and all that. Yeah, really I think as far as just getting prepared is I do try to do that in the beginning, is especially if it's a first time home buyer, kind of outlining what things are going to look like. And looking for that dream home. I think this is just something I see sometimes, is that people will wait out till they find the home that is like 100% perfect and there's fits every single box. And sometimes honestly that just doesn't exist. Sometimes you have to realize there are some things you may have to sacrifice a little bit to get into the home that you want. I don't know. That's just something I thought of, but
I'm glad you said that, Matt. I have been sharing the 80-10-10 rule with my buyers. No house is perfect. We're looking for a house that's 80% of your wants and needs, 10% of what you can change, and 10% what you can live with.
Yeah.
And when you find that, snatch it up, and because you can make it your dream home.
Oh yeah. You can always change things. It's not permanent.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's it. Really good point. Well, Matt, it is a pleasure to be with you today. I really appreciate your time and your relationship. And guys, reach out to Matt Combs with First Option Mortgage. He will get you pre-approved and ready to rock and roll and buy an investment property or buy your new home, whatever it is you're looking for. And I'm Tennille Wilson with Keller Williams Realty, and I am here to help you every step of the way, whether you are listing your home or buying a home or investing. So we're here to support you. Um, I will put our contact information so you can reach out to us. But we look forward to hearing with you and helping you secure your next home. So thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tennille. It's great to talk to you. So, all right.
Thank you.
All right.